We're so excited about Tess Henley, the winner of Guitar Center Singer-Songwriter 3. Her new EP, Wonderland, is out now, produced by Don Was, Grammy-winning producer who has worked with the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, and Elton John. Tess Henley, welcome to We Found New Music.
Thank you for having me.
We're so thrilled to have you. We first met, we were on the same bill at School Night up in Hollywood. It's a concert series in Los Angeles. And it's been a whirlwind since then. You've played Sundance, Jimmy Kimmel, NAMM, to name a few. Talk about this whirlwind experience of EP coverage and just what's going on right now.
Oh man, I'm just trying to keep up right now. I'm taking it day by day, but it's been a really great year so far. Kimmel was awesome, and then played NAMM and Sundance that same week. And that was a marathon week there. And now I'm just getting ready for the release on Tuesday.
Yeah, and so you had an outstanding network debut on Jimmy Kimmel. What was that experience like, and how did you feel it went for you?
It was awesome. I don't get to play with a full band that often, with singers and organ, and so it was really fun to have. And my brother played in the band, so it was a lot of fun. And my family flew in, and friends were there, and the whole team was there, and it was just a really great day.
Yeah, you have such a strong stage presence, and how do you stay so calm on stage?
I actually don't. I feel like I'm kind of like Barbara Streisand, because I know she struggles with nerves.
Okay.
At least that's what I've heard. And I was painfully shy growing up, and I used to like shake really bad. I've been able to contain the shakiness, but now it's just like I get really nervous still. But sometimes I don't. It's just it just depends on the weather, I guess.
Well, it doesn't come across. It seems like you've put in those 10,000 hours of practice, which that's what you got to do to really prepare for something like that. You have a very musical family. Tell me about your family and your mom.
Well, I would say the 10,000 hours of practice was credited to my mom, who got my brother and sister and I started in classical piano lessons growing up, and she made us practice every day and took us to recitals and made sure, because she was in a band and she was a singer, she didn't play an instrument, so she realized, being a vocalist, how nice it would be to also play an instrument. And that's really why she wanted us to play. And she didn't force, music as a career on us. She just wanted us to have a friend in the piano.
Sure. And your sound has a lot of soul. Were you ever in a gospel chorus or choirs growing up?
I actually wasn't. I think it's just from growing up, and my dad also really loves music and just listening to a lot of different styles of music growing up. And I think it was just, not listening to what was on the radio, but what my parents were listening to, and a lot of soul and Motown and funk and jazz and rock, and I think that might be where that all started.
Your Wonderland EP is out now. Tell me about working with Grammy Award-winning producer Don Was.
It was one of those special moments I think you have. Well, I really got spoiled. It was a once-in-a-lifetime thing to me to work with him and the musicians he brought in. And in the studio, it was a very rare moment I think you have as a musician to be, everyone was happy and positive the whole time. Sometimes being in a studio for hours with people, it just doesn't go that way. But it was just so easy. The whole thing was enjoyable, and he brought in James Gadsden on drums, who just played on D'Angelo's new album. He has played with Bill Withers, and he's this amazing drummer, and his groove and feel really helped like dictate where the songs went in the studio. Hutch Hutchinson on bass, Mark Goldenberg on guitar, and Machito Sanchez on percussion, who have all, played with Elton John and Bonnie Raitt, and everything was tracked live, no click, and that was the first time for me doing that.
Yeah, it seemed like Don knew exactly what he wanted to do with your voice, your sound, and that's quite a compliment to, really strip it down like that.
Yeah,
and
it was...
bring in those world-class musicians. It's very cool.
Thanks.
So you are the winner of the Guitar Center Singer-Songwriter Artist Discovery Program. Tell me about that experience, and what did you take back from that?
Well, really, I don't know where I would be right now without that, because that really started all of this. And Guitar Center has been so supportive, even outside of what that program, promised. The EP with Dawn, and gear, a bunch of gear from all the sponsors, and a cash prize, which has enabled me to be living in LA.
Wow. Yeah.
Which was really big for me because I'm from Seattle, and it's really hard to be a musician, a full-time musician, and live in LA, and because of that, I was able to also just make other things come to fruition, and it's been a really just crazy year.
And that's no small feat. You were picked out of 10,000 other entries by Don West. So that must have felt so great for you.
Yeah, I remember that the night of the finals, there were 10 finalists, and everyone was waiting for the winner to be announced. And I just went to the back, the very back, because I was like, okay, if I don't get my name called, I don't want to be around. I just want to slip into the back. And then he called my name, and I just, I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't even think out of that moment. And all of a sudden, my brother ran from the back, and he picked me up and carried me through. He had a glass of wine or two, but he carried me through the hotel cafe, and I had that embarrassed sister moment. But it was really amazing.
Genuine surprise, and just an unbelievable moment for you. Well, we're excited to see what's next. You have an EP out now. Both the song and music video for Wonderland is currently out, which you can go check out the music video now. What's next for you?
I am going out on my first national tour in March. With David Choi, and that will be a lot of fun. We're kind of hitting all corners of the country.
Great.
And then it's festival season, and hopefully if I could be on the road for the rest of the year, and also start looking ahead to the next project, that would be ideal.
Well, we'll be following you every step of the way.
Thanks.
Your Wonderland EP is out now. Where can people find your music, new fans that just discovered you today?
You can find it on iTunes, Amazon, and then I'm on pretty much every social site.
Yeah, you're good with your fans, so
except
exciting.
Snapchat. I haven't given into Snapchat yet.
I can't figure it out.
I can't either.
That's no, we're not bagging Snapchat here, but anyway. Well, thank you, Tess, for joining us in the We Found a Music studio, and please come again anytime.
Of course.